Hello and welcome to Chester Heights, one of our most recent developments here at Residential Estates. As many of you will already know, as a company we cover all areas of the property market. So that includes sourcing developments for some of our high net worth developers to managing the apartments on behalf of our investors. And we want to talk you right the way through that process by giving you a real life example of a development that we recently completed on. So consisting of 17 studios and one bedroom apartment, Chester Heights has been transformed from a tired, run-down block of apartments into brand new, high-quality accommodation. Those investors that were lucky enough to purchase in here are renting these apartments out on a mixture of both long-term and short-term rentals, using ourselves as the property management company. So let me take you into Chester Heights and meet some of the team behind a development such as this one. Before we bring a product to any of our investors, we've obviously got to source the product, the development, and there's a lot of key ingredients with that. We get offered quite a lot of opportunities, in fact a lot, and most of them get refused, whether that's through price point, demand, saturation, whatever. We have to make a very feasible study to make sure it works for what we're bringing on, because we do have the unique element where we're actually very interested in marketing your properties to the letting agents or the short-term let market, which has proved to be very popular. We knew the demand was there for the short-term let market and the rental market. When you compared studios and one beds around this area, it matches up very, very well with studios starting from 75k to 140k for a one bed. Then we've got to know who we're working with, and this is a developer that we've worked with quite a while, so we knew the end product was going to be good for us. So for us, we're ticking all the boxes of demand, location, price, and a good developer. And then from there, once that's done, we get all the I's dotted and the T's crossed, and we then present it over to the sales consultants to then provide to you, the investors. So without further ado, over to you, Chris.
Thanks for that, Paul. For you guys watching, I'm Chris Smith. I'm one of the investment consultants here at Residential Estates. Got over 10 years of experience sourcing different type of property investment deals all over the UK. Our team itself has actually got over 100 years of experience sourcing different deals for our clients. Now, to give you a bit of an idea in terms of what we offer and what we do, we take you right from the start of the process of looking at the deal, looking at the financials. Of course, we get different types of clients and buyers. If we take Chester Heights as an example, we have a lot of interest from cash buyers, people looking into obviously spend their pension on something that's going to generate a nice cash flow per calendar month. And again, we do get investors as well, those typical buy-to-let landlords who want mortgage deals, first-time investors who are first-time looking into the market. So we do offer educational videos, we do obviously offer brochures for these properties, very similar to, again, Chester Heights. We want a relationship with you, and we do have an invested interest in the properties that we manage, because if it doesn't make sense for you as a deal, again, it's not going to make sense for us as a deal either. So yeah, hope that helps, and I'm going to pass the keys on now to Danielle.
Thanks, Chris. Danielle Barlow here, Aftersales Manager at Residential Estates. So once our clients had reserved, we got them sent over to the solicitors. They're instructing them with their client care pack. This also takes care of their stamp duty needs, searches, and a variety of other things as well. So there's quite a lot done by the buyer at that stage. Once they've done that, the buyers were able to relax a little bit while the solicitor reviewed the contract pack, raised some inquiries, and then collated a report highlighting the most important parts of the purchase for the buyers. From there, we try and keep the process down to the 28 days for them, depending on various factors, whether that might go over a little bit. Buyers are encouraged to ask questions throughout the whole process, and especially once they've got the legal pack, because we only want clients completing on things when they're 100% happy with their legal documents and with the property that they're purchasing with. Once everyone's happy, they all sign their contracts, sent them back, also sent over their funds, and once everybody had done that, we all decided on a day to complete, and everybody completed in one go. Now over to Neil, our trusty developer, who's going to talk you through the works. Here you go, Neil.
Thanks, Danielle. Hi, my name's Neil Whiteley. I, along with my business partner, Mark Levy, are Cheshire Land Projects. And we are the development part of Chester Heights that you see behind us. It all starts with the sourcing, and that's really the big one. We talk to residential estates about what areas they're looking for, what their clients' yields expectations are, and what their rental expectations are, and what type of properties they're looking for. We then look through our various contacts that we have to source properties which we think will fit the bill. That is not an easy process. It takes a long time, and I can genuinely pass through 50, 60 opportunities, of which I will be very lucky if Residential Estates take on one of them. Now that's good and that's bad, but predominantly good, because it means right from day one, they've got the investors' interests at heart. So coming back to Chester Heights, this one passed the test, and we crunched all the numbers and it worked. So we all turned up here as a team, Residential Estates, along with myself and my business partner and also my construction team. And we basically went through the whole property from top to bottom, producing a specification. But fundamentally, the building structure is absolutely excellent. We therefore concentrated on the refurbishment of each and every one of the apartments, some requiring refurbishment to kitchens and bathrooms, predominantly decoration, carpets, etc. We also dealt with the communal areas, to the point that we were all happy, and we all came round once all the flats had been done, and that was about 12 weeks from starting the works, and we all looked and we were all happy with it. Okay, so that's me done. I'll now pass the keys back over to Danielle, and she can talk you through the furnishing.
Thanks, Neil. Now let's talk about the furnishings. As we are local to this project, we decided to assess what was required, and with being so close, we decided to do the furniture packs with the owners ourselves. We do usually use third-party providers, and we still do, but this, with being so local, just gave us a new way to connect with the client on another level. So while the works were being done by the contractors, I worked with the clients. We created their bespoke packs together, and we tried to incorporate a little piece of them as well, so that when the guests stay, there's a little piece of the owner and their personality within inside the apartments for them. Once the final pack was created and selected by the owner, we then worked away as fast as we could to turn the apartment from empty to a home away from home. Now over to Natalie, who heads up our guest team.
Thanks, Danielle. Hi there, my name is Natalie Smith and I'm the office manager for Residential Estates, and I also head up the guest team. Now that the properties are furnished and looking great, it's our responsibility to get them ready for the market and for guests to stay in. While this did start a few months earlier with social media posts and mailers out to our databases, we were now at the point where we could arrange professional photographs for the properties. Once the professional photographs were taken, we could upload them to our databases, all different booking sites, Airbnb, booking.com and so on. Pricing was set in using the specialist pricing software. We created welcome packs and the properties were made guest ready. Since then, we have welcomed many different kinds of guests to our properties, from leisure stays to corporates and contractors, along with those in between house moves. To date, as a site overall, it's running at 70% occupancy and a £60 per night average daily rate. The properties also proved to be great on AST, so here's over to our lettings manager, Matt.
Thanks, Nat. My name's Matt and I am the lettings manager of Residential Estates. We were really lucky enough to have one apartment in this fantastic block, apartment 2, which comes with a beautiful courtyard garden and off-road parking. Before the recent refurbishment, the property was getting between £325 and £625 per calendar month. We have now just let the property out for £850 per calendar month. At a purchase price of £106,000, including the management fees, that's a net yield of 8.8%. The property was on the market for a very short period of time. We had 21 inquiries, 15 viewings, and 4 applications put forward. So here at Residential Estates, we really look for the ideal investment for our landlords. And once we found them, we don't just stop there. We look after it and have an ongoing relationship, which we hope lasts for many, many years to come.
So there you have it. Hopefully that gives you a brief insight into what we do here at Residential Estates. We're an experienced team, really passionate about what we do. So whether you're a property developer, investor, or even just curious about what we do, please do get in touch or come and visit our offices in Chester. We would love to hear from you all.